afternoon everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day on this Easter Saturday, and you'll notice I've set things up slightly differently today because I've been requested to try to show how I shuffle the cards whilst I do these readings, so I thought I'd give it a go and see how it works. Also, I wanted to show you a few new things that I have with me. I have this wonderful rock crystal quartz which I got today from my great friend Dan at the Enchanted Way in Doncaster where I live, so thank you Dan for that. I also have my trusty rose quartz crystal with me, and one other crystal today which is, I'm pretty sure it's an amethyst, but it's got some very interesting spots and inclusions in it, so I shall be looking that up, but it called to me and so here it is. I have one other special guest today, which is my first and new Buddha statue, and this is a standing Buddha in the form of the Laughing Buddha, and he's going to be watching us during the reading today as well. I'm using 3 card decks as usual. I'm using my brand new Norse Tarot by Clive Barrett. This arrived this morning from Clive himself, so thank you very much for that. I have my trusty and excellent Wildwood Tarot by Will Worthington, Mark Ryan and John Matthews, and I also have my new Mythic Tarot as well. So attempt to see how this works and see how we go with shuffling the cards. And there we go. And the final one. Okay, so our first card for today is the 10 of Swords, and this is a card that is very different in its format to the 10 of Swords in many other decks. If you think about the way 10 of Swords tends to be shown in other tarot decks, it tends to be a person laying down with 10 swords stuck in their back, and there's a definite feeling of endings there because the feeling is that it pretty much couldn't get any worse. This format for the 10 of Swords is very different. What we have here is a warrior who is extremely well armed. He's got a sword in each hand, plus he's carrying the 8 other swords attached to his belt. He's got the sea behind him, and the feeling I get very much from this card is one of, that's it, I'm not going to take it anymore, I've had enough. This does kind of remind me of the cartoon character Yosemite Sam, whose one of his catchphrases used to be, I've stands all I can stand and I can't stands no more. And I very much get the impression that is what we've got here. We've got someone who has taken all he's prepared to take, and now it changes, it ends. So our second card is the Knight of Arrows, and arrows in the Wildwood are equivalent to swords, so in a sense we have the Knight of Swords here. And in the Wildwood Tarot, all of the court cards are animal life, be they animals, birds, fish. Here we have hawk. Now, the thing I'm immediately drawn to with the hawk is its incredibly keen vision. All of the birds of prey have fantastically good eyesight, be they hawks, eagles, owls, falcons. They all have this amazing eyesight. The other thing that I'm very drawn to in this card is this, what I can only assume is sort of smoke coming down, but it's showing itself to me very much like a sort of blast of energy, almost like solar energy, as if fired by a superhero, coming down and bathing the hawk in its light, giving the hawk energy and strength and the ability to really fulfill its purpose. And the third card that we have for today is the Ace of Cups. And what we have in this card is this woman here. She's holding up a chalice which is frankly as big as she is, but she's holding it up with one hand. And she's also, I notice we've got these curls of waves around her feet. Now, this is a card very much of the beginnings of emotion. It's sort of the raw power of emotions, in a sense, coming in. And so much raw power could in fact be very overwhelming. But because these waves are barely up to her knees, essentially, I feel what we've got here is not an overwhelming flood of emotions, but a tidal wave that is carrying us along with it and filling us up in a very positive and a very pleasant way. So this is a really happy swell of emotions that we have with us. So if we look at these three cards that we have today, we have the Ten of Swords with the Norse warrior who won't take any more, who has dug his feet into the sand and said, right, that's it, no more. We also have the clear vision, the speed and the energy provided by Hawk, the Knight of Arrows, who is giving us his ability to really see things clearly and to act on them, to move very, very fast, go for what we want, and to ensure we get it as well. And we also have the Ace of Cups, and the woman being carried along by this swell of good feelings and good emotions. So we're being filled up today with that energy and that happiness, in a sense. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day, and please do leave me some comments and let me know what you think to this format. It is a little more involved and the readings do end up being slightly longer because obviously I have to shuffle the cards sort of on camera, which isn't the easiest of things to do. But please let me know what you think, make some suggestions, and let me know how these three cards interact with your day today. I want to wish everyone much happiness. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a blessed Easter. Blessed Ostara to everybody, and love and light.